My Hebrew brothers and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel, scattered all over the earth. This is Dr. Moray Yeshua, and my brothers and my sisters, I want to take this moment to say Shabbat Shalom. And we trust that you've started out having a great Shabbat. Praise His holy name. Praise His name. We just thank Yahuwah for today. My brothers and my sisters, we just want to thank Him. Thank Him so much for His love, for His grace, for His mercies towards us. I want to take this moment also to thank Sister Basha and Sister Lorraine for their service as administrators. And my brothers and my sisters, let me take this moment also to thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. And as you enter the room, we pray that you will enter prayerfully. Just prayerfully, my brothers and my sisters. We need to pray and ask Yahuwah to continue to bless and to bless our internet system. And today we start out on a great footing, my brothers and my sisters. Praise His name. We solve some of the problem, and we know that, as we go along, things will happen, okay? Because we live in this kind of world that we're living in. Things will happen. So we're going to pray, and as we pray, just continue to thank Yahuwah. And my brothers and my sisters, I mentioned a few days ago about the passing away of a Sister Pat. We call her Sister Pat. It's Patricia, but Sister Pat. And the Rivers family, Sister Pat Rivers, beautiful family. I mentioned that when I was in church planting, the first church that I got started in Sacramento, California, was through this family. Man, she was considered a minister. Her husband was a deacon in the church, and so I was able to work with him and to help him along and instruct him, and also help to ordain him. Praise His name. So he's the pastor of the church, and the church is called For His Glory. And so we just ask that to continue to pray for that family. Pray for Pastor Ben Rivers and his daughter and grandson, and I think they have a great grand. So just keep praying for them, and we know that our sister is with Yahuwah, because she loves Yahuwah, and she had also, through evangelism and teaching, she had brought in a lot of people into the kingdom. So we just ask you that you continue to pray for them. Father, we come to you at this very moment, and we want to thank you for your love, for your mercies. Father, thank you that as we go through this live stream, that your hands, your protection, your guidance, and everything will be there. Pray for the Rivers family and ask that you will continue to bless them and strengthen them, Father, and the passing of our sister. And we know, Father, that you have a purpose in everything, and we're going to trust you and leave everything in your hands, and ask that you will give them the comfort that they need at this time. There may be other families who are going through the same situation. We ask, Father, that you bless them. Pray for all our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters scattered all over the earth, from Africa to Europe, to Asia, to Central and South America. Father, wherever they are, in the Caribbean, wherever they are right now, we just put them in your hands and trust, Father, that they will look to you, Father, and realizing that you are the King of glory. Father, we thank you. We thank you for everything, and we ask your blessing. And this moment, we give you honor and praise In YAHUAH'S name. Amen. Praise his name. Praise his holy name. My brothers and my sisters. Last week we struggled hard. we lost 29 minutes, of our time last week. And so what happened is that we're repeating this message because there was so much glitches, so much problem, in and out, and I'm not sure that our brothers and sisters and our viewers that they get a chance to enjoy it. So my plan was to upload it, but we decided that we were going to go ahead and continue from where we left off last week. As a matter of fact, we're just going to go back and start from the beginning to show, because I may not spend a whole lot of time in some of those previous verses, but just to give you a gist of what this is all about, the King of Glory, the King of Glory. My brothers and sisters, we are basically living in a time where things are so difficult for many of us. Things are difficult. We have the Jacob's struggle to think about and to deal with. Plus, we have other troubles, racial situations. Those of you who know, it doesn't matter how hard you try, as Hebrew Israelite, there's always people and situations that are going to try to pull you back. The Supreme Court just ruled a couple of weeks ago, about the affirmative action. You see, let me tell you something, my brothers and my sisters. What the Gentiles people don't understand, okay? And some of our own people don't understand that either. When we talk about affirmative action in education and in jobs, right? We're not talking about putting people in positions that are not qualified. We're talking about giving people who are qualified the opportunity to serve. Now, if you have a university, I'm going to use Yale as an example. Yale, and use, other Cambridge or other, like Princeton and other schools. So here I have, say, my son. I'm just going to use my son as an example. He passed all the tests, the exams, to get into that school. And he's going to that school with 4.3 or 4.5 grade point. And here is a donor for the school. He has donated thousands of dollars as an endowment. And here his son or his nephew or his niece or close relatives or one of his friends want to go to that school. And he's going under the auspices of his name. My brothers and sisters, my son with his 4.3 or 4.5 grade point do not have a chance with this other student who's going in there because his family member or friend donated a lot of money. He may not have about 2.5 grade point average. He may not have about that. And he's going to go ahead of the person that has 4.5. This is what we're talking about. When you talk about affirmative action, you don't have a chance, my brothers and my sisters. So it's not putting people into position just because we are dark brown people, or we are gold, or because just to say because we're black. And so you get a chance. So you get a chance to go in because you're not qualified. No. This is the issue. My brothers and my sisters, I earned 3 doctorate degrees. I have 2 PhDs, one in business administration and one in education. And I have a religious doctor of ministry, which is equivalent to a PhD in education and religious studies, theology. And I guarantee you, if I go to look for a job, and someone who knows another person who does not have but a bachelor will put them into that position, and I'll be left out. This is the issue that we're dealing with. And I believe in the Supreme Court, but they are wrong on this. And so, my brothers and sisters, these are things that we have to fight against. And so, we're going to ask you to pray up and be wise. Plan. The King of Glory. Today's message. So we are looking at Psalm 24. And my brothers and sisters, one of the most amazing things about the earth that we're living in, okay, is the glory of Yahuwah on this earth. A matter of all the problems and the issues that are going on the earth, just remember that the glory of Yahuwah is on it. Psalm 24 talks about the glory of Yahuwah and his kingdom here on earth, my brothers and my sisters, and also in heaven. This psalm is a recitation for inviting the Ruach HaKodesh into a gathering. My brother, we cannot do without him. We cannot do without Yahuwah. And we cannot do without the Ruach HaKodesh. Because Yahushua said when he was leaving, he was going to send another comforter. And he said, it shall teach us and guide us. So my brothers and my sisters, you're depending on the guidance and the teaching of the Ruach to help us through this situation that we are going through. It teaches that the only people with clean hands and pure heart going to be able to stand in Yahuwah's presence. This explains that, my brothers and sisters, Yahuwah does not dwell in places that is unholy. So we need to get that clear. Psalm 24 is a very interesting psalm. It shows us Yahuwah in 3 thoughts. That would be the glory of Yahuwah in the first place. He said, who is in this case, my brothers and my sisters, the Elohim? He said, remember what he said in Genesis? He said, in the beginning, Elohim created the heaven and the earth. In the second place, in the second term is as judge. He is judge of all humanity. And the third, he is the sovereign of the universe. He owns everything. One time, a Russian cosmonaut, what they call him, cosmonaut, whatever his name is, went up there in the moon looking, and he said he didn't see any God. Well, I don't know which God he was looking for, because Yahuwah is not going to set himself into a place for, sinful human man, to see. He said, my Hebrew brothers and sisters, my Hebrew brothers and sisters, let me say this to you. Please note that Yahuwah owns the earth and everything on it, including us, human beings. Fullness of the earth is a reference to the humanity, our humanity, and everything that Yahuwah puts there, you see. As one who created the world and established its form, no wonder Elohim is rightly considered the master of everything and everyone. My brothers and sisters, if we look in Psalm verses 1 to, Psalm 24 verses 1 and 2, you see that only Yahuwah's righteous children, my brothers and sisters, can properly worship him in his house. And this involves having a pure motive, truthful approach, hands which are not stained with iniquity, my brothers and sisters. The psalmist, our cousin, King David, he writes that those who lead a righteous life will receive blessing from Yahuwah, as we see in verses 3 and 6 of Psalm 24. 3 to 6 rather, of Psalm 24. And in calling out the entire Hebrew Israelite community of Jerusalem, our cousin King David, he cries out to them for the city gate to swing wide open so that the King of glory can come in. The King of glory cannot come into Jerusalem if the gate is closed. This psalm describes Yahuwah, my brothers and sisters, as strong and mighty. He's mighty in battle, and he is the Yahuwah of hosts, as we see in Psalm 24, verses 7 through 10. So we're going to start here, my brothers and sisters, and we're going to look, as we start out, we're going to look at verses 1 and 2, and we're going to see Yahuwah is the master of everything, my brothers and sisters. Yahuwah is the master of everything. Many times, we think of people around us, and we think them, because they're powerful and they're rich and they act mighty, that they own everything. And if you listen to some of the politicians, they act like, they're in charge of the world. But my brothers and my sisters, Yahuwah is in charge. He created it, and he is in charge. My brothers and sisters, I believe in science. But when it comes to the creation of the world, the universe, everything that is in it, nobody going to come tell me that a little atom, a little whatever, you learn when you're in science class, is what brought this thing into being. No. All those things that they're talking about, Yahuwah made them. And they're talking about these little particles and the different things that came together to create. All Yahuwah had to do is speak the word. Speak the word. And everything comes into it. And this is one of the reasons why I like the Hebrew language. Because in the ancient Hebrew, especially when we're dealing with the letter, the alphabets, you would not understand that those alphabetic letters in the Hebrew, they bring out when you search behind and you go and you do research on these words to see what they bring out. Like bait. It was there right there in the beginning of creation, the word bait. And if you read and understand that Yahuwah is the owner of the earth, in Psalm 24 verse 1 it said, the earth is Yahuwah. The earth is Yahuwah and the fullness thereof. My brothers and my sisters, the world and they that dwell therein, that is everything, belong to Yahuwah. Everything, my brothers and my sisters, belong to him. Nothing Nothing in this earth belongs to anybody. It belongs to Yahuwah. And it places us here so that we can enjoy what he creates, what he made. So then, the earth, the land, is his. Eretz, earth, land, is Yahuwah, my brothers and my sisters. The country, the earth, the field, the ground, the land, the nations, the way, everything belongs to Yahuwah. Praise his holy name. The earth, my brothers and sisters, is firm because Yahuwah built it. The earth at large is firm. The earth, the field, the ground, the land, the nation, the way, the wilderness, the world, my brothers and sisters, belong to Yahuwah. He said the world, Tebel, is a Hebrew word here, Tebel. And this word, my brothers and sisters, means the world at large. The world, and they that dwell therein, the world. And then, and the last time I mentioned that the world was confused. Yahuwah made it. And he made it good. He said everything that he made was good. But you know what? When he placed human being there, the heart, the nature of human being, corrupt everything. So we're living in a confused world, my brothers and sisters. If you look at the people and some of the things that the people do, you know they have to be confused. They have to be confused, my brothers and sisters. All around the globe. The inhabitants of the world, my brothers and sisters, they are confused. One time, many years back, when you think about the world, what do you think about it was like Babylon? Okay? Babel, confusion. Right? Then Palestine, and the inhabitable part of the earth, confused. And in verse 2, remember we're saying that Yahuwah is master of everything. Verse 2, listen what he said. He hath founded it upon the seas, and he established upon the flood. We know in the beginning, in the creation story, how Yahuwah separated the land from the water. How he separated it from it. He separated everything. He put them in their own place. And my brother, my sister said everything that he did was good. Everything that Yahuwah did, or Elohim, everything that he did was good. Yasad, he established it, my brother and sister. He found it. He fixed it. He appointed, my brothers and sisters, take counsel, establish and lay the foundation of everything. Praise his holy name. Lay for a foundation, my brother and sister. Instructs. He ordained it. Yes, he did. My brothers and sisters. And then, I like what he said, when he finished creating everything in 6 days, he said, and the 7th day he rested from his labor. And he made that 7th day the Shabbat. And that we in this day supposed to honor him. Praise his holy name. I mentioned on my Shabbat meditation that my wife called out to me, was listening to a program where this controversial preacher always debating people. He called out and he said that Sabbath is not meant for us today. He liked to use Jesus this and Jesus that. And, you know, consider himself Jesus this and Jesus that. Matter of fact, he named his church from Jesus. Let me tell you something, my brothers and my sisters. It's only a stupid fool would say that the Shabbat is out of fashion. Many of the Christian people them say it too. But let me say this. He said, forever. He gives it. Forever. It's a perpetual thing. My brothers and my sisters, no one can take Yahuwah's Shabbat. In the Catholic Church try to do it. This is why we have the Sunday worship and the Sun God worship. But let me say this. They will have to stand the judgment of fooling and causing many people to go astray with their teaching. My brothers and my sisters, he appointed it. He take counsel, establish it, my brothers and my sisters. He ordained. Praise his name. He made for a foundation. He laid for a foundation, my brothers and sisters. He established it. Kum, the Hebrew word for establish, there means kum. For he hath founded it upon the seas and established it upon the flood. Kum. My brother, and what this word means, the establishing this means that it is firm. It is firm. It is certain. You know, it confirm it, my brothers and my sisters. Directed is the faithfulness of Yahuwah on the earth and in the world that is made. Fashion it. My brothers and sisters, the sun has its purpose. And you're enjoying all the blessings of it. Sometimes it's so hot now, but you're enjoying it, right? The moon has its purpose. When it's dark and you don't have any light out there, it gives you light. And look how far the stars and the planets are. If people say they're going to the moon, nobody said they're going to the stars. People say they're going to Mars, okay? But you don't hear nobody say they're going to the stars because they're so far. Okay, it would take years to travel to them. But get my brothers and sisters are up there from where they are, they show, they give light. Yahuwah did it, my brothers and sisters. It's faithfulness. He fashioned them and put them in the right place, my brothers and sisters. Praise his holy name. He rendered them sure. And my brothers and my sisters, by confirming them, you know, they meet our needs. They are perfect for our situation. He prepared them, my brothers and sisters. He provided them. He made provision for us, my brothers and my sisters, by the way he established the earth. Okay, and all the things that are in it, in the world. The world, not just the earth, but the world. We are enjoying the blessings and the benefits of the world and the earth. But my brothers and my sisters, I want us in verse 3 and verses 3 to 6, I want us to notice the righteous, that they will receive a blessing from Yahuwah, the righteous. Listen to what he said. First of all, he asked a question. Who shall ascend into the hill of Yahuwah? That's the question he asked. Who shall ascend into the hill of Yahuwah? Or who shall stand in his holy place? Okay. Allah ascend. Muslim friends in the Arabic. The supreme is Allah. Okay. I think it's spelled A-L-L-A-H. This Allah here, to go up or to ascend or to climb, my brothers and my sisters, is A-L-A-H. And what it's saying here is that it's going up, is arising, is caused to ascend up. It's like breaking the day, to bring up or to cause to burn. The primitive root, my brothers and sisters, here is, is used in a variety of, so in a primary and secondary usage of the word, literal or figuratively. It means to rise, or to cause, to ascend, or, up at once, or to break the day, and to break, it's like, my brothers and sisters, it is like to grow or to increase, to lead, to make, to pay, perfect, to raise, my brothers and sisters. The question is, who shall ascend? Who shall ascend into the hill of Yahuwah? And the question that is asked here, he asks another question, he asks another part of the question, he said, who shall stand in his holy place? And here, the holy place, who shall stand in his holy place? Kodesh, apartness, sacredness, my brothers and sisters. Yahuwah is holy. Praise his holy name. Yahuwah is holy, and because of his holiness, my brothers and sisters, he is not going to dwell in any vessel that is unholy. Everything about Yahuwah is holy, righteous, upright. Kodesh, apartness, sacredness. Praise his holy name. Consecrated, dedicated thing, hallowed thing, my brothers and sisters. Holiness unto Yahuwah, my brothers and sisters. The most holy. We talk about the most holy day. Today, of all the days, every day is holy. Yahuwah made it. But today, from 6 yesterday till 6 this afternoon, is considered the most holy day for us as Hebrew Israelite people. Okay? And so, we dedicate this day to him, to Yahuwah. It's a place, it's a place, it comes from another word, Kadash, a sacred place or thing, or really abstract, sanctity, consecrated thing, dedicated thing, hallowed thing, holiness, most holy. Praise his holy name. So this is where they get the word saint from, holy, set apart, the sanctuary. Praise his holy name. The sanctuary of Yahuwah. The place where he dwells is holy, sacred. Praise his name. And we, as his children, when we approach him, we should approach him in holiness, my brothers and sisters. We should approach him in holiness. Praise his holy name. Here's the answer to the question. Who shall ascend into the hills of Yahweh, and who shall stand in his holy place? Here's the answer in verse 4. He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who had not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. Hear the answer? This is the answer right here. The question is asked, who shall ascend into the hills of Yahuwah? And who shall stand in the holy place? And here is the answer, my brothers and sisters. Here's the answer. Can't be any clearer. Even if you don't know how to read, you've heard somebody read this psalm before. He that has clean hands. Okay, now, when we talk about clean hands, there are a lot of people who always wash their hands. Every time you turn around, they're washing their hands. They have some, they walk with certain hand lotions or hand cleaner, always washing their hands, always cleaning their hands. That alone won't get you before Yahweh. What he's talking about here is a life that is set apart, a life that is committed to live a holy life, a pure life. So, of course, when we do act of wickedness, most times is our mouth and our hands. And our feet are taking us there too. Okay? Our thoughts. So, when we talk about clean hands and pure heart, it's talk about a clean life. And this here, my brothers and sisters, a clean hand, we talk about, the word clean here is the word kaf. The Hebrew word kaf. And my brothers and sisters, what it's saying here is like the hollow or the flat of the hand. Okay? Or the palm. Or the sole of the feet. A pan. Okay? And what it's saying here, my brothers and sisters, handful, hollow, middle, palm, power. And it, they also deal with power too. Because we can be living a life of power. And by the word we say, what we do with our hands, we use our hands to do things. We use our mouth to say things. We use our eyes to see things. We use our feet to help perform things, right? So then, what is saying here that our whole life must be right. Our whole life must be right. It's not just like in Yahush's time, people, the Pharisees will talk about people eating with unwashed hands. Yahushua said, now what goes in, defile is what comes out. So it's not just, you see, they misinterpret, and then, you must wash your hands for cleanliness. But my brothers and sisters, it goes deeper than just washing our hands for cleanliness. It's our life that is before Yahuwah. Stand before Yahuwah, my brothers and sisters. Our life that is set apart for His glory. It's a pure heart here, my brothers and sisters. It's the word bar. And it means pure or clean. And I was using an illustration about a glass of water. Clean, pure water. You can hold the glass up and you can look through it. Okay? And can read. Just holding it up. pure, clean. Our hearts have to be like that. Our life have to be like that, my brothers and sisters. Pure heart. Clean, pure. Choice that we make, my brothers and sisters, is clean, it's clear, it's pure. You know. In the various senses, this word is used. In its various senses. Beloved, also pure, empty. We empty our lives of anything that is impure. We make a choice, praise his name, to be pure before Yahweh. He said, he that hath clean hands and a pure heart. The heart here is labeled. And this word here, my brothers and sisters, is basically talking about the inner man, the man, the mind, the will. Praise his name, the heart, the inner man, comfortably, courage. We have faint-hearted people, we have tender-hearted people, but the heart, my brothers and sisters, the most interior organ, and is used also, like to be comfortably courage, tender-hearted in the midst of the mind, the understanding. Praise his holy name. And listen what he said here. He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who had not lifted up his soul unto vanity. My brothers and my sisters, are not sown deceitfully. Nasa here is the word means to lift. To lift, or to carry, or to take, my brothers and my sisters. Advance, to arise, able to. It's like armor. To suffer, to bear. It said here, has not lifted up his soul to vanity. Praise his name. In other words, this person is honorable. He's an honorable man who has not done that. He's an honorable woman who has not done that. Praise his name. And so this person, he's able to magnify Yahweh. This person is able to magnify, because you see, my brothers and sisters, when we receive pardon of Yahweh, he raises us up, and my brothers and sisters, the world may not respect us because we're not doing the things that they want us to do. But Yahweh holds us in high respect. Yahweh is set us up, because they have taken away all the dross and all the things in our lives that would cause us to stumble and to go astray. He makes us his very own. That's what he does. Praise his name. He has not lifted up his soul. His soul here is nephesh. Nephesh. He has not lifted up his soul, my brothers and sisters. Living being, life, self, person, desire, passion, appetite, emotion. This is what the soul is. The real you. The real you. This is what, nephesh. This is what you are. He said, when he created Adam, he said, out of the dust of the earth, he said, and man became a living nephesh. A living nephesh. A living nephesh. Soul. Breathing. Praise his name. Creature that has desire. That has a mind, is mortally, he's one, is a person, my brothers and sisters. Praise his holy name. And he said he has not sworn. This is what he said here. He that hath clean hands and pure heart, who hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. Look at the word vanity here, because the word vanity here is a word sharp. And my brothers and sisters, what he's talking about here is talking about emptiness. Vanity, as Solomon, our cousin in Ecclesiastes, he said, vanity of vanity, all is vanity. Emptiness. Oh. My brothers and sisters, the things of this world, empty. You remember last time I used the word soap bubbles? Years ago, and I said, soap bubbles of soap bubbles, all is soap bubbles. Nothing. You can blow them as big as you can, but if you touch them, it's like the balloon. You used to blow the balloon huge, and I'm afraid to come back with that little pin. Boom, it's gone. Vanity is empty. It's empty, my brothers and sisters. Emptiness. Emptiness is false stuff. It's lie. Lying is vain. Nothing, my brothers and sisters. Something that, in a sense, of desolating, evil, destructive, literally ruin. Normally, morally is a guy. Figuratively, it's idolatry. It's like people, they like to put, we had a chance to go to Trinidad a couple of times. We went there 3 times to do evangelistic work. And in the nighttime, a lot of, they have a lot of East Indians in Trinidad. And they have little, like a major scene, in the yard. They call them Dios, the little gods. They have them in little, and have them on the porch, like a little make-believe buildings, something like a little house. And in the nighttime, if you go in the night, you'll see that there's lit. So they have a light in there for the gods. My brothers and sisters, it's false, it's lies, empty, it's vain, nothing to it. And they're worshiping something that is nothing. Uselessness, my brothers and sisters. Something that is deceptive. Something that is vain. Something that is false. Nothing to it. Nothing. Praise his holy name that he gives us something of value. Praise his name. My brothers and sisters, the King of glory, he wants to come into your heart and life, but you have to open up for him to come in. Many times you don't open up because you have some secrets that you don't want him to see. Amen. But my brothers and sisters, he's not going to have fellowship with you. Like in Revelation 3, I think verse 20 said, behold, I stand at the door and knock. Door of our life, my brothers and sisters. If any man hear my voice and opens the door, I will come in and sup with him and heal him. Many times we used to use it as there's evangelism, but I always, take care how I use it, because it's not talking about evangelism. It's talking about people of Yahuwah. That Yahuwah wants to build a fellowship. He wants to build up that relationship and that fellowship. And if he comes and we open the door, he will come in. Listen, swing wide the gate. Swing wide the gate of Jerusalem, that the King of glory may come in. Praise his holy name. He had clean hands and pure heart. He was not lifted up his soul into vanity, has sworn deceitfully. The word deceitful here, my brothers, is the word mirma. It's a funny name, mirma. And what it's talking about here, deceit and treachery. That we are not a people of deceit and treachery, my brothers, my sisters. Craft, deceitful, false, fake, guile, treachery. It's like, in a sense of, this word has a sense of deceiving. You know, a lot of people are being deceived, my brothers, my sisters, with wrong doctrine. False, a fraud, commit fraud on the people. Deceitful. They feign a guile, subtlety, they're treachery. Treacherous, otherwise, they want to say treacherous. We're not people of that caliber. We're different. Praise his name. In verse 5 it said, he shall receive a blessing from Yahweh and righteousness from the Elohim of our salvation. So here the word nasa. Nasa means to lift up. To receive is to lift up, or to carry, or to take. To accept, to arise, to be able. Okay. So, my brothers and sisters, what is saying here? That Yahuwah has pardoned us. That's one of the blessings that we receive. Pardon. And he raises us up. He receives us to himself. And he respects us, and he set us, and he spears, and he stirs up, my brothers and my sisters. He set us, make us. And so we yield to him. We yield to him. Receive blessing. Blessings from Yahweh. Baraka, blessing. The blessing, my brothers and sisters, from Yahweh. And this blessing here, he pours it out liberally. It's a pool. Pour it out. It's a present that he gives us. Sometimes, in a benediction, we have the benediction, that we say at the end of religious service. But by implication, it's talk about prosperity here, where Yahuwah prospers us. And my brothers and my sisters, he gives us more than we need. It runs over. In James, talk about the cups runs over. Blessings, liberal pool is a present that he gives us. And it's a righteousness. Not only blessings from Yahweh, but also righteousness from the Elohim of our salvation, Sadaka. And this word here is basically talking about righteousness, justice, moderate, righteous act. Rightness, my brothers and sisters. Justice, morally, virtue, prosperity, justice, moderate, righteous act, righteous. That's what he gives us. We shall receive that from Yahweh, righteousness from him. And righteousness from Elohim. Or Elohim here, the word Elohim, proper name for the God of Israel. He is our Elohim. I don't use the word God like you use the word God, but he is the proper name. The proper name of the Elohim of Israel. Yahuwah, Elohim. Praise his holy name. Praise his name. And you think of our Elohim, We think of him as a self-existent one, my brothers and sisters. Self-existent one. Israelite national name for Elohim. Yahuwah. Praise his holy name. And he said here, from the Elohim of our salvation. Salvation, yes, a deliverance, my brothers and sisters. That he rescue us. Salvation is safety, welfare, my brothers and sisters. He rescues us. He delivers us. And when he delivers, my brothers and sisters, he prospers us. So we are at liberty. We're safe before him. And in verse 6 he said, this is what he said here. This is a generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob. And he says, Selah. Think about it. Think about it. The generation. What generation? The generation door. Generation, the dwelling. Period. Generation, dwelling, my brothers and sisters. Age is a generation, posterity that seek him. My brothers and sisters, he made us his people, and we are seeking him. A revolution of time, age, an age or generation. This is, we are his people. We are his posterity. And we're the one that we serve. But my brothers and sisters, I want you to notice in verse 7 to 10, Yahuwah is strong and mighty, and is mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be lift up, ye everlasting doors. And he said, the King of glory shall come in. My brothers and sisters, you're going to see here Nasa to lift up. We're not going to go through all of this and a part of it because we went through that a little earlier. Lift up your heads, ye gates, and be lifted up. It said, the King of glory shall come in. It is to lift up, to carry, to take. Praise his holy name. And he asked, our heads here, Rosh, is talking about our head. He's talking about the band, the captain, the company of people, unusual root, meaning to shake the head. He said, lift up your heads, ye gates. And he said, O ye gates, be ye lifted up, ye everlasting door. Olam, duration, antiquity, futurity, long duration, antiquity, futurity, always, ancient time. Praise his name. Continuance, eternal, everlasting, long time. He said we are to lift up the everlasting doors. And the King of glory and shall come in, my brothers and sisters, the Malek, Yahuwah. He is the King of glory, my brothers and sisters. He's royal. Malek. He's the King of glory. He's reigning King. Praise his holy name. He ascended to the throne, my brothers and sisters. And he's not coming down. He's on his throne. So we are the princes and the prince of this King of glory. Praise his holy name. And we make to reign with him. King of glory shall come in. Kabod is the word here. And when you talk about the glorious one, it's glorious. Praise his name. Glorious. Is honorable. He is glorious. He's honorable. And he said, who is this King of glory? Who is this King of glory? And he said, Yahuwah strong and mighty. Yahuwah mighty in battle. And it go again, and like he said in verse 7, lift up your heads, O ye gates, even lift them up, ye everlasting door, and the King of glory shall come in. And then, my brothers, my sisters, here he asks, who is the King of glory again? And he said, Yahuwah of hosts. He is the King of glory. Saba. He has many army with him, my brothers and sisters. Warfare. Praise his name. He appointed at appointed time, my brothers and my sisters. In the battle, company, host, service, soldiers waiting upon him. Praise his name. A mass of persons, figuratively, especially, is organized for war. Yahuwah is organized for war. By implications, a campaign, my brothers and my sisters, literally, figuratively. Hardship, worship, appointed time, battle, the company, his host, service, waiting upon. Praise his name. Praise his name, my brothers and my sisters. Let me say this to you, that Yahuwah is the King of glory. Praise his holy name. And we are to swing wide the gate. Praise his name, our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. We are to swing wide the gate so that the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of glory? Who is this King of glory? He is Yahuwah of hosts. He is the King of glory. My brothers and sisters, open your hearts so that Yahuwah can come in. And he wants to be your King of glory. Praise his holy name. Do not allow anything to hinder you from answering to the call of Yahuwah on your life. My Hebrew brothers and sisters scattered all over the earth today, I pray and trust that you are opening your hearts, your life to the King of glory. We are asking you today, my brothers and my sisters, to be a blessing to someone and walk with the King of glory. Shabbat Shalom.